How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, y'all see this is a bit of a long video. And yesterday, True Royal was in deep thought and deep emotion. I'm a very deep thinker. Very. I think for the most part, most of us are deep thinkers. And I often think about, or let's put it this way. I often ask when I'm talking to people, friends, or just my family members, do you fully realize who you are? Now, come on. No, really. Have you really taken the time to sit with self and meditate on who you are? So we have already established on this channel that we were created by our Father, that we were chosen by our Father, and we were called. Now, the part that I see that we are having some issue with is being called and knowing what to do with that very gift from our Father. And when we are called, I would call that a spiritual journey. I know I have been called, and on this journey I stumble and I fall, but I still seek truth. And I truly thank the people that are guiding me. I truly do, who have taken the time to step into my realm and say, Kimberly, True Royal. I thank y'all for naming me True Royal. I like that. Do you know who you are? I'm still gaining understanding about who I am. Now, I have asked on this channel, when did you know that you were chosen? Or did you ever feel that you were special? I asked my oldest son that a long time ago. I said, did you feel something about self? Even though this system has did everything, let's go over here, everything to degrade you about self and have utter hatred because you are chosen. So you have to understand, family, that the unchosen have deep hatred for you. This picture right here depicts it. You can see the utter disgust that the beast has for God's children. And what we will do is try to conform and try to appeal to our true enemies. So we have in this system, my royal family, have taken the time to subjugate ourselves We have taken the time to reject ourselves. We have taken the time to deny ourselves of what we truly is. And you're not balanced. So we are essentially, not all, essentially are still dealing with bad habits from our ancestors. They say that our ancestors were stiff-necked, full of pride. Our Father don't like us being full of pride. Be humble. I'm telling you that. Be humble. Now, my royal family, what I'm about to do to this channel, I'm going to start speaking on some stuff that's going to piss people off. But my goal is for you to understand that you got a duty and responsibility. Now, a lot of us like to say, I'm chosen. I know I like saying it. But the part is, you're called. So what are you called to do? We have a duty and we have a responsibility. So in order for you to understand, or even I too, in this journey, is first, you got to really, really, really know who you are. And I must explain it to you in a way that it would resonate with you. So I have to take the very gifts that our Father blessed me with, and the very gifts that He blessed you with. And I have the ability with my divine words to touch you. I often say you come from royal stock. Now, when you look at this picture, you may not feel, because you got the enemy beating you down. The enemy is supposed to do this to you. You had no business tainting your bloodline. Now, I blame the Moors for that. They were whores. Now, they did many, many great things, but they was arrogant. They cleaned them up and screwed them and tainted our bloodline, not appreciating being chosen, being very arrogant, very proud, prideful about being chosen. So you can just sit up and let cobwebs grow around you and say, I'm chosen, I'm chosen. But I'm pointing on the calling part. And that's action. So the first phase of this is, I got to sit with self. I got to pray, I got to meditate, I got to embrace, I got to research. Yeah, there's things that you just have to do for self. I talk often about your immediate situation. In fully, the question that I want to ask you, have you fully embraced who you are? Now, sometimes when I corner people, when we talking 101, they freeze. It's easier just listen to me talk on social media. But when I corner you about who you are, I haven't heard a person yet really say anything. They freeze because you ain't sat with it yet. And that is what you need to do in that relationship that you have with our Father is personal. So I'm asking you, my royal family, have you fully 100% embraced who you are? Now let me explain something. We all know by now that integration was the worst thing, because we wanted to be fully accepted, because we were getting treated just like what you're looking at. Royalty has no business being around peasants. Royalty has no business swirling with peasants. It taints the bloodline and it causes confusion. And it's been many a motherfucker that has confused the royal family. And then we got all these mulattoes running around, are high yellows like me, but even though we do come in many versions, some of my pettiness that I have had to take the time to get over being high ash yellow, because I disdain. I have been one of those high yellows that disdain even the 1%. The 1%. I don't know what the fuck the percentage is. I ain't even took the test yet. But I reject it all. I call it the light skin sweet secret. Even when I was a child, I was very rebellious on that one. I disdained being high yellow. And it took my husband to say, well, you know we come in many shades and hues. So it took me a while to fully accept that. I accept that now. But I still disdain one drop of cave beast blood in me. Because somewhere in my lineage, either by rape or by force. Well, I'm saying it wrong, because that's both the same thing. By rape or willingly laid up with them cave beasts. And I happen to be one of the few to know who it was. George Washington. I've made that video. It's somewhere in my archives. That's something that some of my family members are proud about, that the first president of the United States is our family rapist. Well, ain't none of my motherfucking family. And see, we will hold on to those things and turn to these people and say, well, I have that in me. They need to keep doing that to us, because we still stiff neck. Now, as we go on this journey, my royal family, it says here, Deuteronomy 7:6, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So he set us aside as a special something, but our ancestors won't do something else. Very disobedient children. And we still got some of us doing this shit. How much more pain do we have to endure? Well, my royal family, we have hit a crossroad. And the crossroad that we have hit is that I am 1,000% willing to separate from any of my own that still want to integrate, still want to appeal and appease the base. I'm fully am embracing being chosen. I fully am embracing coming from royal stock. I fully submit my will to our Father. Now, the ones that disdain us, they don't fully realize it ain't easy being chosen. But he chose us for a reason. Our Father seen the necessary ingredients in you that you could endure the tyranny that we continue to endure. But the thing that I don't understand, I'm going to go right back over here, that we got some of our own that want to continue to integrate. And the 6,000 years is over. Over. So why the hell would you want to go backwards? So let's continue on with this journey. Now we know about Egypt, but it wasn't just Egypt. I tell you something, my royal family, that the enemy is not going to tell you. Now, they send satellites throughout, out in outer space, and it rocked them to their core because as they improved the satellites, they discovered that there are pyramids all over the globe. Anywhere you look on the globe, even, let's say, Alaska. And could you imagine, because they still think they're in control, as they digging up this stuff and they looking at this stuff, and then this technology that we had a long time ago, way better than this, still antiquated, that you seeing pyramids all over the globe. Let's not just look at, unquote, Egypt, Kemet. Let's start using correct names. Akibalan. I told my cousin about Akibalan yesterday, and she was like, what's Akibalan? I said, that's the true name of Africa. I said, Africa was named after a white man, and she's highly intelligent. She's an engineer. She was shocked. And I told her this. I said, because my family come from Arizona, I said, there's pyramids in the Grand Canyon. Certain areas that you go near, they'll shoot your ass down because it's something they don't want us to know about self. See, when we were thinking on our higher self, we was putting these pyramids around globally. That's why I always say Akibalan is our base, but we are indigenous to the entire globe. That it had to rattle the enemy to see that. That would further the ones who read the unquote good book in the lost books, that these people are truly, truly chosen. And some of them take joy in keeping us confused about this very thing right here. They said it really was created and chosen and called. Well, let's confuse them further. Let's vaccinate them. Let's poison their food and poison their mind. Let's give them subliminal messages. Yeah, let them integrate. Just keep them all confused. But the one thing that I love, my royal family, is you can't stop prophecy. And it's going to be a many of us when the full spectrum hit all of us that we are truly chosen. They're going to still be in denial. Not all of the chosen ones are going to make it because they're worried about, they don't like me. I don't give a damn if you don't like me. I'm royal. When I walk up and down the street, anywhere I go, me and my husband, we conduct ourselves as royalty. not on an arrogant. We humble about it. But I expect us to start going that route. Being called is part of your duty and responsibility. It's not about you running and telling everybody what the hell they got to do with theyself. First, you got to work on yourself. I keep saying there's many things that I need to work on me. So even though I render my voice, I don't sit up here on my high horse and say, I got all the answers. No, I don't have all the answers. I need my family. I can't do this without my family. If it was not for me putting this channel up, I would not know who I am. I just had an inkling of who I am in this journey of life. Now I call it a spiritual journey. That's why I started this video out thanking anyone who took the time to pull me to the side. And the person I'm going to thank, number one, is Truthfully Honest. She said, well, True Royal, I was on your channel because the way you named the channel. And I told that story. I'm not going to keep telling that over. I was literally, you know what, I should tell it because I do have people that are new to the channel. Forgive me on that. And also, my royal family, I have a playlist just for the chosen ones. Now, when I first had this channel, I named it Amethyst. And the reason why I named it Amethyst, because I knew our royal colors were purple. And that channel got messed over, and y'all know about my hacking and all of that. But I see that everything happens for a unquote reason. And just a few months ago, I did not know that it said the royal family in the Bible. I didn't know nothing about a royal priesthood. And I still have lots to learn. But I know why I was picked to do what I'm doing. Because I'm one of the least corrupted. Now I'm corrupted in other ways. I'm still affected by the system. Oh yeah, I'm affected. And I'll explain about my spiritual journey. I literally was touched by the hands of God. And I sat there for months. And I said, if I tell that, these people going to think I'm out of my damn mind. But I thank our Father that I have enough age on me that I had to get past that. Because I don't think 10 years ago I could have done that. I would have stayed quiet because we have been shamed about talking about deep spiritual experiences. And I'm going to tell y'all something, my royal family. In these last days, last minutes and seconds, you're going to hear more people talk like me. Now, let me explain something to you about me. I've been talking like this since I've been, I think, 3 or 4. And everybody got somebody in somebody's family, I'm talking about the chosen ones only, that talk like this. Listen to those royal babies. And I was with my second mom last week. I spent 3 days with her. And I can remember talking to her and she would listen to me. I was very unusual. I would talk about what I would see in the spirit world. And I would talk about God would talk to me. And I thank our Father immensely for putting me with the right family. I thank our Father immensely that I have children that can understand me. I thank our Father that I have a husband that don't think his wife is out of her mind. Because when you talk like this, you kind of feel weird. So usually you stay quiet and you don't share your voice. So what I'm trying to say to my royal family in these very, 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 very last days, things are going to be revealed about what's going to happen. I can truly tell the royal family this is it. I've been in the spirit world. I heard what I heard. I felt what I felt. It is the most profound experience of my life. I literally think about it every single day. I wouldn't play with that. And I just want to get my point across that we have won the war. Now, it may not seem like it. You will see battles that are won. But when you look at the broadest spectrum of what's going on, my chosen ones, we have won this war. But there's still things to do. It's not time to just sit back and say, okay, I won. No, 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 no. That's when you step it up further. Oh, and just to remind the royal family, today on the True Royal channel, we will be talking about the Art of War, our first 3 chapters. It's already set up. And we're going to get deeper into this because it's going to cross over to this. What we need to do in the art of war. Because, see, the enemy, my royal family, when they fully all get it, they going to ratchet up. And we got to be ready because they coming for us. They've been coming for us, but they gonna really come for us. And we have to deal with them on a psychological level. See, many of us already understand the enemy's psyche. And the enemy can't handle truth. Really can't. The enemy can't handle truth. So what the enemy is going to try to do is make you feel like this very thing here, what you're looking at. These are the children of Israel. They're going to try to resubjugate us. But now it's all this mental programming that they are doing. So what they will do is create strife within our individual families and say, whatever you're feeling and doing and thinking, you are free to do those things. You don't have to have order. No, you have to have order. You have to have direction. You have to have rules. See, they want in this world, they want in Babylon, let's put it like that. In Babylon, it's like whatever goes, goes. So they're going to keep trying to create more dissension amongst the chosen ones. And this is where we must come together. But you first got to know who you are. Embrace yourself. Be selfish. Go on your journey. Detach. Immerse in it. It feels good, but it ain't easy. I'm not going to sugarcoat this chosen stuff. But remember again, our Father seen the necessary things in you. But you going to have to make this decision. And the decision is you can't waver. And you're going to have total faith. And when I went through what I went through and I demonstrated my faith, all what I went through and what little that I knew, all I knew is to stay God focus, and he carried me through. My royal family, it's a hell of a thing to literally be physically touched by the hands of God. I am forever changed. Y'all might hear me say this 1,000 times. I tell my husband often, I say, your wife may seem like the same person, but within I am forever changed. To have the Creator, when I went through what I went through, and I demonstrated my faith, and I was not asleep, but I was exhausted. And for the Creator to carry me through and physically feel the Creator pick you up and hold you, you can't take this light. So it's like, here, this is how I feel. When you finally awaken to the truth and it begins to change you. So what I'm trying to say, even though I went through this spiritual experience, there were still other experiences that I keep encountering because I'm open to the truth. And I have different ways and different methods that I convey my voice or my gifts. And we all do it in such beautiful ways. You don't have to have a video. That's why I always say to y'all, render your voice with your beautiful divine, again, divine words. What I am saying to you, my chosen ones, that you are that special to our Father, that what you the words that you put down are divine. And I try my best to read them all or acknowledge them, because I'm getting messages from the chosen ones. You're doing your part. You're truly doing your part. So my royal family, this video that I'm doing is what I would call a never-ending video. There is no conclusion to this. There is no conclusion to us. We are everlasting. And so, what I want to close out with, my royal family, even though this is continuing, because I've said this before, picture yourself on your throne. Picture yourself what your mansion look like. Picture yourself when we are living in the kingdom and what you will be doing in the kingdom. Picture how you want your mansion to look and what you want in your mansion. Picture what it will smell like in the kingdom, what it will taste like in the kingdom, what will it sound like in the kingdom. Start putting your spirit in the kingdom. Start looking forward to being in the kingdom, and be bound and determined that you are going to the kingdom no matter what. That ain't nobody gonna take that from you. Manifest it, manifest it, manifest it. Picture how you want your throne to look. What you will be doing on the throne. What you will be eating in the kingdom. Look forward to that, my royal family. And I'm going to leave it right there. That's the last part of this that I would say. There will be many, many more of these spiritual videos. So, my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.